like sometimes I just come in here and I just, whatever hits me, and so whatever sounds, with all these new sounds that's coming out, and all these new plugins that I just got, was just vibing, and it just came up with that. Every now and again it come up with a good one. There's just like more so than not, but it's something that I just came up with. And I was vibing with my artist. My artist was here too. So, we were just coming up with some stuff. So some content for him, some content for the artist that we have. Her name is Tori, So that's what we're coming up with. And coming out here, I'm coming from far east, but I think that being in the studio, like, I have a home studio, but it's not the same to being in here. The whole ambiance, the feel of it makes you creative and so on and so forth. So I love coming in here and just vibing.
What's the creative mindset when you get in the studio? How would you describe it?
The creative mindset is, how can I say, like for me, I have so many different things bouncing in my head, you know what I'm saying? And I'll just start putting them down, and whatever sounds good, and then I'll focus on that, and just start creating around it. But I have so many different ideas in my head even if I'm driving in my car and come up with a bass line, come up with a melody, whatever it is, I'll take my phone, record it, get here, and then just play it, and and just vibe with it. And it's from depending on what idea fits the most for whoever it is that's here, or like if it was up to me, I'm an R&B cat, so I love my R&B. So yeah.
So what has music been for you over your life?
Well, music's been everything, to be honest with you. I've been in, like, my mom was an artist. She was a salsa artist when I was, even way before I was born. So I've always been around music. Her being an artist and my uncles being her band, it's just a trait, it's the musical trait. But the funny thing about it is, like, from my generation in the family, I'm the only one that's really into music. You know what I'm saying? So, but music is everything. Music is everything. I started at 11 DJing, and from there, when I turned 16, 17, I started getting into the singing. And back in the 80s, I was doing background vocals for a lot of Latin club artists and so on and so forth. And then after a while, you get tired of doing things for everybody. It's like, wait a minute, hold up. Let me just start learning this, and let me do this for myself. And I went from a garage, a little 4-track studio. Went from a garage, I went from there, went into a house and had a little studio in the bedroom. And then from there, I went into a living room. And as each place I went to, it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Now I have this. So my next move out of here is LDMG Studios, and in its own building. We're gonna have our own building. So that's my thought process, and that's where my mindset is, and that's what I'm going for.
What's the difference between that leap from, like, working for other people to working for yourself?
Well, when you work for other people, they don't appreciate you. That's number one. And you're making millions for somebody else. I was able to sit back and see so many different meetings and so on and so forth. And I used to just be like, wait a minute, I can do this myself. I can basically create something myself. And it's all you have to believe in the process. Once you believe in that process that you can do it, it could be done. And I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, but this is the first time I said, you know what, I'm going 100%. I'm going to do this 100%. I just basically, just in June, I quit my job to do this 100% because I believe that this is where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? So first and foremost, it's God led. And then after that, I follow. So that's where I'm at now. So, but this is about to be big. And in my mindset, it's already there, but it's going to be big.
So can you tell me about the different skills you've had to learn over the years? You said you've been a singer. So you've been a DJ.
Yeah, I've been a DJ, singer. I taught myself how to produce music. I taught myself how to vocal train. I do vocal production. anything music I've just taught myself. I've taught myself how to engineer. Now my main focus is trying to mix and master. And I think that that's the key. That's a big thing to do. Once I get that, I have everything that I need. Or maybe play piano, like learn how to play piano. I mean, I know I play by ear, but would like to, like, Mozart, maybe Liberace, whoever, you know what I'm saying? But seriously, I would like to be able to play, completely play keys, So
How do you learn something new? Do you have a certain mindset when you go into learning something, a new skill?
I have to, if that skill is going to enhance what we're doing, I'm going to go in and I'm going to learn it. There's so many different avenues you can go, but I'm always looking at what is going to enhance what we're doing. And if it's going to, basically, how can I say, help the process, I'm going to learn it. And I have a good team that basically they're into it too. I heard somebody say it's good to surround yourself with intelligent people, and that's basically what I've been doing, is just surrounding myself with intelligent people, because there's not everything. I'm not going to know everything. You know what I'm saying? So you surround yourself with these intelligent people, and basically it's like a give or take, like whatever they know, they teach me, and whatever I know, I teach them. And it just grows, it makes what we're doing is going to, it makes it grow, so.
So can you tell me about the vocal training and singing?
Well, the vocal training, I got it from my mom. I mean, she used to always let me know if I was off note, off key, and after that, I just got this thing that I wanted to do it. So I just would play the radio, and every song that came on, I would harmonize with it. I would do different things with the song, and so on and so forth. And I started, it was like I knew that I can do it. So, and then I said, let me just start teaching people, because there's so many people that think they can sing, and then people will tell them, yeah, you sound good and everything like that. And I'm the type of person that, I'm not going to, how can I say, sugarcoat anything there, because what it is if they come to me and they ask me, hey, can you teach me how to sing, or can you teach me whatever with vocals, I'm going to hear them out. I'm going to tell them the truth, and then I'm going to take it from there. Because a lot of people just tell people things that they just want to hear. I can't do that, because when they leave here and they start singing somewhere else, and they're like, oh, where did you learn that? Oh, yeah, John taught me. And then next thing you know, it's like they sound like, so I can't, I make sure that they sound good, you know what I'm saying? And it's, like I said, it's something I learned from my mom.
How do you put your creativity into singing?
How do I put my creativity into singing? Well, your voice is basically an instrument, right? So I use that as that next instrument in a song, and I make sure that it's melodically on point. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of there's like certain tracks. Let's just say certain tracks I keep them certain. It's like kind of empty. I keep the tracks empty, so we can melodically do things with our voices. So if that makes sense, you know what I'm saying. So
I kind of want to hear like an example of like something that's just normal, or something that doesn't really have that your personality, and then something that has personality. Like I'm trying to figure out. Like,
okay.
Like even if you just sing a line of something, like how do you put the creativity into it?
Like, let's just saying, oh, you're gonna get me singing over here. It's like, come on now. You know what I'm saying? I can play something for you, you know what I'm saying? But no, just like, I had my artists, and I tell them to do the ABCs. Now, when we grew up, we just was, how can I say, we was programmed to do our ABCs, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And it's like, if I tell the artist, I said, listen, I want you to think outside the box and try not to emulate that, or that come up with that sound. come up with your own thing. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Try that again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. And I'm still doing the same note, but it's just trying to get out of that box. And you got me in the wrong day to trying to sing, you know what I'm saying? Because, but at the same time, I try to get them out of the box. So you could delete that.
Sounded good to me.
Nah, man, you could delete that. You could delete that. But yeah, you know, just trying to make them think out of the box. And you know, like I said, you caught me off guard with that one. So, but usually when I'm in a zone, I basically just come up with the melodies and so on and so forth. And you know, and you just get away from that program style of doing your ABCs. So, you know, I just basically tell them to change, think outside the box and so on and so forth. And once they start getting into it, you can see the difference between the regular ABCs and then now they're doing their own rendition.
Do you feel like you have any influences or themes that you keep coming back to over the years?
My biggest influence is my mother. You know, even though she does a different style of music and is, you know, she's into the South Side and stuff like that. And, you know, music of 50s, 60s, 40s, you know, that, you know, she's my biggest influence. I mean, it doesn't like it. Music is music to me, you know, no matter if it's R&B or if it's salsa or if it's jazz or if it's opera, it's music is music. But my biggest influence is her. She's the one that, you know, made me understand music, made me understand what music is about, what it means, and so on and so forth. And not a day in my life, you know, that I don't listen. I listen to music every single day, you know. So my biggest influence is my mom.
What lessons do you think you learned from her?
Being a perfectionist, like not, you know, like not allowing things to just be like, because there's people that sing a song, right? And they were like, oh, you can EQ that and you could do this or you could fix that with these plugins. No. We're going to do this on point. And another pet peeve of mine is when people come in here to do vocals, I don't want to hear no paper. People like reading from a paper, people reading from their phone, the song. I know, learn the song completely. So your concentration can only be singing the song, not 50% singing the song and 50% reading the song. Because you can even hear it in the recording that they're not putting their all into it. So, you know, back in the days, I was, you know, with someone and I was dating someone, as a matter of fact, and I heard the scribble of a paper through my headphones, and I'm like, what is that? Oh, I'm just taking out the song. No, let's go. I turned off the computers. I turned the studio down. I turned everything off. I was like, we out. I said, learn it. And it was somebody I was dating. It just tells you, it doesn't matter who it is. If you're going to sing, I need 110% of your concentration on singing, not reading. You know, so if that's good, if that's, you know, answers your question.
Yeah, that's a good lesson. It seems
Yeah.
like anyone that's a performer,
Yeah,
you have to know the material to that level.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think that, you know, you like back in the days, like what it is that back in the days, we was able to concentrate and memorize stuff. You know, you could memorize a speech. We used to be able to memorize speech, you know, just memorize it, read it. And next thing you know, you memorize a speech for 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Now people are, you know, they're looking at their laptops or whatever there is when they're speaking. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a change of, you know, I don't know, it's concentration, but people are not being focused enough. So, you know, so I'm still old school. If you're going to sing a song, learn it, memorize it, and so on and so forth. Because when you go on stage, you ain't going to be able to read no paper. You know what I'm saying? So learn it, you know, and stay focused on the song, and you'll hear it when the recording comes out. You'll know that, yeah, they put their all into that.
Are there any other things that came to mind when you think about what you've learned over the years?
Besides punctuality, you know, if music is like music is a mindset, right? And let's just say you set a time. You're okay, cool. Everybody be here at 3 o'clock. And as people start getting here at 3:30, you could tell that your concentration, how you like built to get to the studio to be prepared and everything like that. Some of that goes. That's one of the things I've learned. So I try to be as punctual and on time to do certain things. So they're like, hey, listen, and be just put my all into it. You know what I'm saying? Punctuality is one of my pet peeves. It's like, hey, listen, let's do it at this end because it takes away from the focus, from the drive, what you want to do. Some other things I've learned is observe. Sometimes just be quiet and observe. I've learned a lot just being quiet and observing things, and being able to implement those things that I observe into my everyday life or my music or so on and so forth. Just sit back and observe. So.
And how do you deal with setbacks? Because I know, just having talked to you before and working with you, there have been some setbacks that you've had to deal with.
Yeah, you're gonna always deal with setbacks. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you just have to have that one track mind. Those are hurdles. Those are things that's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like me being a spiritual person, the devil's always gonna try to do stuff to take you away from from the direction you're going. So, but you have to just be focused, put in those blinders, you know what I'm saying? And just keep your eye on the prize, no matter what happens, no matter who comes in, who comes out, who goes out, no matter who's doing this and doing that, you know what I'm saying? Just focus, just stay focused because it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Nothing in life is easy. You can't think that you're going to be able to go from A through Z without a hiccup. You know what I'm saying? So you just prepare for the hiccup and know what your next move is going to be. Okay, if this happens, this is what I'm going to do. If that happens, this is what I'm going to do. But make sure that you have a plan B for everything that comes your way. I truly don't believe in plan Bs, but just have that plan B, just be able to focus on keep your eye on the prize. That's it.
Yeah, it's almost like plan A.2 or something. It's like
Absolutely.
It's not a different plan. It's just a different
there
way.
You go. There you go. So and I'm gonna take that. That's A plus, 0.2 because it's like you can't let these things distract you because everything is around you is distracting. You know what I'm saying? But if you keep a focus, you can be successful. And that's my biggest thing. And I'm just trying to keep things focused, no matter, even within your circle, you're going to have this person do this, that person do that, and so on and so on. And all this stuff is discouraging. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's weak will be like, listen, I ain't doing this no more. But I don't have that. I don't have weak in my vocabulary. You know what I'm saying? That's not in my dictionary. So I'm like, hey, okay, cool. So if that person is doing X, Y, Z, get rid of them. And stay focused. You know what I'm saying? So
it's also such a strong passion that you have for this particular thing.
Absolutely. I've been doing this for a long time, and I had a studio upstairs from here, and I had so many people involved and so on and so forth. And then I started listening to the wrong people, and they're telling me, oh, let's do this with it, but not realizing that they were taking me away from my focus. And sometimes you try to be kind and you try to look out for people and so on and so forth. So, but when you do that, that's taken away from your focus. So what I did was I shut the whole studio down, and I got rid of almost everybody in that studio. Renamed the whole company. And it's a set, I recreated myself, and I just was like, okay, cool, this is how I'm going to do it the next time. One of my biggest things was allowing people to do what I should have been doing, because they felt that I can do this and I can do that. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of this. No, that's never going to happen again. So I'm more focused on what needs to be done and I'm not going to allow nobody to tell me, hey, let me do this. No, you do what you're supposed to do. It's like basically stay in your lane. Everybody stay in their lane. And then at the end, we'll all come together. And whatever everybody had to do, we'll bring it back to, okay, you did your part, you did your part. And now this is becoming something big because everybody did their part. You know what I'm saying? So the building blocks got to be there. You know what I'm saying? So that's my main thing is the focus now. So
Seems like part of that is consistency, not feeling like, okay, I'm just going to go on to the next thing already.
mm-hmm.
It's like really being consistent.
Yeah, exactly, absolutely. I think consistency is the biggest thing, and that's one of the things that I pray every day. God, I'm praying, for consistency, for strength, for focus. Those are the things that I pray about and pray for, to be able to say, okay, cool, because this is, like I said, doing this and doing what I did, basically quitting my job and getting rid of a salary, knowing that this wasn't for the now. It's not where it needs to be because, we're just starting, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't care about none of that. I didn't really care about, the salary. I didn't care. After first and foremost, once I had the conversation with my wife and she was like, hey, listen, I believe in you. Do that. That was it for me. Once she was able to tell me that, and once I got that sign from God, it was like, hey, do it. It was a done deal. It was like no looking back. And as long as she's there, as long as God tells me what to do, and I have my support from my wife, to have the support from my wife, I'm good to go. Everything else is everything else. So that's where my focus is. So
What would you say to someone who's considering doing something similar, setting out and trying something really 100%?
do it, because you shouldn't live with regrets. You know what I'm saying? As you get older, you're going to be like, yeah, I should have did this. I should have did that. And the biggest thing is the focus. And to your point, the consistency. Being consistent in doing the things that you want to do. You're not doing something for somebody else. Because nobody's going to take care of something that you like the way you would. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a company, you have a career, whatever, that's your baby. And you're going to take care of it. So I would tell them, do it. Focus. It's yours. It's your baby. Nobody's going to take care of your baby the way you would. And just do it. Yeah, man.
It's inspirational.
Yeah. It's yeah, man. It's like I said, it's your creation. It's something that you came up with. It's something that you say, hey, I'm going to do this. And who's going to stop you? You know what I'm saying? You can't let nobody stop you from what you want to do. So now you got a 9-to-5 in your way. You know what I'm saying? That 9-to-5 is taking more of your time than what you want to do. Now your stuff is just a hobby. No, make it your thing. You know what I'm saying? And if they come up to me, it's like, hey, I know that you quit your job. What do you think? Because I have this idea. Do it. You know what I'm saying? Give yourself a timetable. Write out the things that you want to do and get them done. And checklist. You have your little checklist. Okay, I need to do this. I did it. Check. And you just keep it going until everything you want is right in front of you. So.
Is it ever too late to
Never
make a
too
change?
late. Never too late. I forgot. Susan Boyle is she's one of the people that I looked at her and I was like, she's in her 50s and she's a star. And she never let her look. She never let anybody tell her that she can't do it. And she did it and she became big. So it's never too late. It's never too late, so.